Good morning. This is embedded system DET3102 course outcomes. Students will be able to select the relevant microcontrollers for various industrial applications. Students will be able to use embedded C programming language to maintain the embedded systems. Students will be able to interpret the communication standards of the embedded system. Students will be able to develop basic application of embedded system. Students will be able to interpret features of real-time operating system. Now the programs of 8051 embedded C we are looking parallelly the software Macrovision, Kale Macrovision 5 and the programs of C. To understand the programs of C, let us first have the some discussion on the Macrovision C help menu and the menu and help of the Macrovision C.
Good morning. This is a video regarding the Keel Macrovision 5 software package for embedded C in the embedded systems practicals. Let us check by launching the software. So this is the software package for the Macrovision Keel Macrovision 5, which is the software for writing the programs and compiling it to generate the executable files which can be written into the 8051. So these all are menu in the menu bar of Macrovision. So this is the file which is same as all the softwares, which is having new, open, close, save, save as, save all, etc. And this is exit in the very same for different softwares. This menu is there. So then next is edit, undo, redo, cut, copy, paste, navigate, find, replace, etc. are there. Configuration. Then next is view. This edit is also same as for different softwares. Then view is there. If we don't want a status bar, just look at the downside of this software. This status bar will be removed, can be again added, and these these two button bars are there. One is toolbars, file toolbar, and second is build toolbar. So this upper is a file toolbar and this is the build toolbar. We can remove or we can add it. So again we will add it now. File toolbar, button toolbar. Then project is the menu, under which this drop down menu, new Macrovision project, new multi project workspace, open project, close project, export project to save the project into Macrovision 3 format, manage project items. Then build target is very important, F7, because build target builds the project, that means compiles the project. Rebuild, once it is built, again if you want to rebuild it with some changes, then you can rebuild all the target files. The batch build, a complete batch of these multi projects can be built. So build means it compiles the project and generate the executable file. Okay. Then flash is as we know, flash memory is there. So in 8051 microcontroller is there, and in that the ROM, 4K ROM is there. At that, for 4K ROM, which we call it as a code memory, because we write the code into that memory space. So there is a download, F8 download button or drop down menu. Download button is used to write the executable file into the IC. Whenever you connect the programmer hardware and in that programmer we put the 8051 or 89C51 microcontroller IC. Then we can download this whatever the project or program we have written, its executable file. After building the file, we can write that file into the 4K code memory by doing the download operation. So download button is there, erase button is also there. We can erase the memory ROM of the 8051. Then configuring the flash memory also is possible with this. So this is about the flash. This is regarding to the memory. Then debug, which is very important menu, and it is having the drop down menu, very important button, that is start stop debug session button, control 5. So debugging session, when we press this button, it starts the debugging. Simulation is available in this only. So simulation is very important facility we are having. What do you mean by simulation? Whenever we write the program, we build it, that means we generate the executable file, then that executable file, machine language file, we are sending and saving on the 89C51 or 8051 microcontroller code memory. That means that microcontroller then can execute that program. So this is the hardware, actual embedded system. But before that, if you want to check its working, its outputs, if you want to understand how it works, if you want to observe the outputs without using the hardware, then we have to go for the simulation. So simulation is very important facility. Without hardware, without connecting hardware or without using hardware, we can execute the program and check what are the outputs. So all the program functioning can be checked, verified, tested, understood, studied. Okay, all the outputs are seen, checked. That's why the simulation is very important. As now that is in the pandemic situation, you are working from home. Okay. That case, students may not have microcontroller kit, programmer is not there with them. So how the students can do, understand, learn these practicals is very well with the simulation. That's why simulation in this case also is very important. Otherwise also simulation is important because it is the step where before executing in the hardware, before implementing into the hardware, we can go to check its working on the virtual way in the software. So simulation is that way also is very important, and nowadays we can use it for our study. Okay, we can perform the practicals in simulation. So this button is for simulating the software. Okay, we will check this simulation, how the simulation is to be done, and all these things other in the next videos. But this is the button for starting the simulation, start stop debug session. Okay. Then peripherals, now no peripheral is seen, but all the peripherals can be seen once you build the file, and peripherals like port and serial port and timer and counter and ADC and DAC and UART and all these peripherals can be seen here in the peripherals. Then tools are there, and then SVCS, software version control is there, then window defaults are there, and important is help. In this help, there is Microvision help, the blue question mark, as well as the about version. In the about version, we can see the details of the version which we are using, the Macrovision v5.27.1.0, and then the C compiler C25.exe, its version v9.60.0.0, then assembler A51 version, linker, then library, then hex converter, all this. Then the product licenses to David Azad, IOP, etc. And we can copy this and we can save, paste it into any document and we can check it. Okay, for our purpose. So I'll close this. In help, the important is Microvision help. So I will click this Microvision help and it will open the help menu, isn't it? It is open the help menu. Okay. So in the help menu there is a Microvision ID, then A51 microassembler, BL51 linker locator, OH51 object hex converter, C51 and CC compiler, LX, etc. So if you click the Macrovision ID, let us click it, we will find the menus. So about Macrovision, these are the details of the Macrovision. So source code editor is there, device database is there, project manager is there, utility is there, simulation is the simulator, peripheral simulator is there, flash programming utilities are there. Okay, all the things and their features and advantages. So suppose project manager, make utility, debugger, modern editors are there. They are combined for single use interface and they accelerate the application development while editing. Debugger features can be configured while debugging and changes can be made in the source code for developing source code, for changing the source code, for making the changes in the source code, for writing the source code. These are the advantages, uses of this project manager, utility, debugger, modern editor. Similarly, Macrovision simulator is there to write, test, debug application with the Macrovision simulator. It allows you to investigate different hardware configuration even before hardware is available. Without hardware availability, we can check all these things. So this is very important for the Macrovision simulator model. Okay. Then simulator and target debugger is there, system viewer is there, code coverage is there, logic analyzer, template analyzer, and many things. Okay, I will click here the back button. So it will come to this window again. Then there will be user interface. We can have the Macrovision GUI. Check this GUI. Project name is written here. Register window is there, all the register R0, R1, R2, R3, R4, R5, R5, R6, R7, isn't it? And their values, whatever the values, current values in the register. Then execution profile is there, assembly, disassembly window is there, text editor is there. So this text editor is for writing the program. Then performance analyzer, logic analyzer, command line is there, command availability, command window is there. Peripheral window is there, which is very important. Peripheral window. So this window shows the all 32 input-output pins and the data on the pins, whether it is 1 or it is 0. If it is 1, it shows tick. If it is 0, it shows empty window, square, empty square. Okay, without tick. So this is very important. It is general purpose input output GPIO 0. Similarly, call stack, memory, local window, instruction space, symbol window, status bar are there. So these are the different GUI availables. Then how to dock the window, how to put the windows, docking, using the editor, how to use the editor, what are the buttons, etc. are there. Then file menu commands and all these, open, new, close, save as, etc. Isn't it? Everything is mentioned here. View menu, flash menu. Okay. Download means what, erase means what, isn't it? Then configure flash, how to configure. Okay. So download and erase. Download the application to flash and erase the flash ROM. Okay. Similarly, the peripheral menu is there. Okay. Interrupt, IO port, serial port, timer, watchdog, timer, AD converter, DA converter, I2C converter, CAN converter, controller, I2C controller, CAN controller. All the things are there. Tools menu is there. Okay. Then help menu is there. Macrovision help opens the Macrovision context help. Check the update, it will open the website. Okay. And about about macro user displays the version numbers and license information. We have seen it just now, isn't it? Status bar. Our status bar is there. What is the different displays available in this, and how to identify these. Keyboard shortcuts are there. Project window is there. So this is the project window. Then book window is, function window is there, template window is there, isn't it? So creating application, how you can create the application, how you create the project, how you start the new program, how you compile it, how you generate the executable file, everything is there. Say software updates, software components, creating the file groups, set the tool options and all this. Isn't it? Software components and project target files, multiple projects. Okay, all these are there. Then debugging, which is very important because simulator is there in the debugging. Use simulator configuration in the macrovision debugger and software only product that simulates most feature of the microcontroller. Everything is there, isn't it? So how to use the debugger? This link shows how to use an introduction to simulation and program execution. You can go here using the debugger. You will get all the simulation etc. details. Okay, simulation. How you can check the peripheral, you can check the debug function, you can check the setup project. Okay, these are the peripherals, these are the debug functions, creating function, evoking function, and all this. Okay, so like this. Then set up the project, how to set the project, okay, how to start the project. So all these are about debugging commands and simulation. Okay, so in case of simulation, this is the general purpose input output, GPIO 0. If tick is there, it is 1. If empty is there, it is 0. Okay, so if it is 7B, then there will be this 7, this B, and all these are FFFF. All other are FFFF. FF. Okay, similarly 0, 3, this is 0, this is 3, and remaining are FF. And these are all zeros, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, similar. So similarly, the virtual simulation registers are shown, the push buttons are shown, okay, and then interrupt signals, impulse patterns. So this is about the digital, this is about the analog. Okay, so UART communication, CAN communication, I2C, SPI communication. This is about the simulation. Then flash programming, okay, flash download configuration, everything is there. Dialog utilities, example programs, command line assembling. Okay, this is about the Macrovision IDE A51 microassembler. So I will close this window for the help. So after this help, we can have the menu buttons also on this bar. So this is new, this is open, this is save all, cut, copy, paste, undo, redo. This is navigate backward, navigate forward, and these are some bookmarks. Okay. Then some indenting, then there is translate and build and rebuild and build batch, everything is there. Okay, so this is debugger, start stop debug session, isn't it? So all the buttons are also there in the button form, and you can click the program hello.c in the project hello, and you can check the details of the program, and you can write also this program. This is already a ready-made example program, but you can write also the program. Okay, so this will stop this video here only. This is to check what are the different menus are there and how to use them. Okay, so next video we will continue for different usage of the different menus and how to write the program, how to simulate the program. Okay. So thank you.
Now let us check the programs of 8051 in embedded C. In this, we have discussed first program to blink port pins high and low forever. In this, we are using the port P1. Port pins of P1 are total 8 input output lines, and we have the usual constructs. Hash include reg51.h header file, then void main void, and these are the two curly braces of the void main void. The main is having void arguments, and it is giving out void. Unsigned integer x is the declaration of the variable, and this is the for loop without any only two semicolons, and these are the two curly braces for the for loop. So this for loop is having the body of block of the program under which it runs, and it is having these four instructions for loop: double semicolon, p1 is equal to 0x00 for x equal to 0x less than 250, x is plus plus, and it is having semicolon at the end, isn't it? And p1 is equal to 0xff, and for x equal to 0x less than 250, x plus plus. Now this p1 00 is giving all zeros on all pins, and p1ff gives all 1 on the all pins of p1. All means total 8 pins are there. And these for loops are having semicolon at the end, so that means they are looping in itself. They are executing only in itself, just like this for loop. This for loop is not having a semicolon, so it executes the next. These are the semicolons for the for loops at the end, isn't it? And the first for loop is not having semicolons, which will execute the next instruction or next block of instructions along with itself. But the for loop which are having semicolon at the end will execute only that loop, for loop. So as we know, the for loop construct is for circular bracket, round bracket, and in which we are having the initialization and condition checking and increment. And after for loop, whatever single instruction or block of instruction is there, that will be executed along with the for loop till the for loop executes loops. So this is either single instruction, or if curly braces are there, then the block of instructions are there along with the for loops. So for loops are executed for multiple times unless and until the condition is false, and along with for loop, the immediate next instruction will be executed, or immediate next block of instructions, block is created with the help of curly braces after the for loop will be executed. So either block or single instruction will be executed along with the for loop. Okay. Sorry. So this is for single instruction and or block which executes with for loop when there is no semicolon at the end of the round bracket. If such semicolon is there after round bracket, then next instruction will not be executed along with the for loop. Only for loop will execute with itself. So only for loop instruction will execute. For loop executes so many times unless and until it becomes false. But next instruction like this, immediate next instruction like this p1 0xff, that will not execute along with for loop. That will execute separately, but it will not execute as a part of for loop. Okay. If the instruction or block of instruction is to be part of for loop, then for loop should be not ended with delimiter, that means semicolon. Then next instruction will also execute along with the for loop for so many times till the for loop executes. So now this for loop is of different type. This is one example of for loop which is having no initialization, condition checking and increment, only two semicolons are there. And at the end there is no semicolon. At the end no semicolon means next block of the instructions it will execute those many times. So this for loop without initial condition checking and initialization, it is running for infinite times. So this block will execute infinite times. So no semicolon at the end of the round bracket. That means it executes forever, infinite time. So the block next to this, from first curly bracket opening to next curly bracket, consecutive curly bracket closing, this block will execute for infinite time along with for loop. So this is the for loop for forever, and these are the for loop for 250, but they are ended with semicolon, so they will execute for themselves only. Okay, without semicolon for loop will execute itself, along with it next instruction or next block of the instruction will execute. Here the semicolon is there, just see here. So this for loop will execute itself only, next instruction will not be executed along with it. Okay, now I think this is now clear. Two different for loops, one is ended with semicolon delimiter and another is without delimiter or without semicolon. So suppose if you write the for loop for the round bracket and whatever inside the bracket is there, initialization, etc., condition checking, and at the end of the for loop there is no semicolon is there, so no delimiter is there. Therefore immediate next instruction, whatever the next instruction is there, that will be executed along with for loop. Whatever the number of times the for loop is executing, maybe 100 times, 1000 times or infinite times, those many times the immediate next instruction also get executed along with the for loop. Okay, so only one instruction will be attached to the for loop now. It is a part of for loop. If you want block of instructions, then we have to put the curly bracket. Okay, for block of instructions we have to put the curly bracket. So now that block of instruction complete, curly bracket opening to the curly bracket closing, the complete block is now part of the for loop. How many times, whatever number of times the for loop executes, maybe 10 times, 100 times, 1 lakh times, infinite times, those many times this complete block will be executed. This block may contain as many instructions as may be. From curly bracket opening to the curly bracket closing, the instruction will be written. Instruction can be written, and this total block may be total block is a part of for loop. How many times the for loop executes, those many times this block will execute. Okay, I think this is now very clear to use of that is the use of for loop for making it its execution along with the single instruction or part body of instruction. Okay, if semicolon is not there, it will consider next instruction or next block of instruction as a part of for loop. If there is a semicolon like this, then there will not be consideration of next instruction as a part of this for loop. Only for loop will execute. For loop will execute till whatever the condition. Now here P1 equal to 0x ff is not part of this for loop. This for loop will execute only for 250 times, but in itself, looping will be in itself because of this semicolon. Okay, 250 times both are executing. Maybe for loop infinite may be there, but if ending is semicolon delimiter, then it will not take next instruction as a part. Now consider the next program. There are two types of the for loops we have seen. This is having some difference. The same program is there. The program is two. You can check first program and next. It is pins of one port are made high and low, and they are blinking forever. The same program is there. And if you consider the include register 51 void main void unsigned int x is x, then while x is the difference, while 1 is a different from this for semicolon semicolon, Other all program steps are same. Here for semicolon semicolon is there, and in second program while one is there. Both while one and for semicolon semicolon are infinite loops. They run forever. For semicolon semicolon and while one both execute for the continuous state. Both execute for infinite time. Here it is while one. So it is forever execution. So let us consider the program include REG51, then void main void, then curly bracket of the void main void, and then unsigned integer x declaration while one. This is the instruction which is for forever, infinite time, continuous time, infinite time. This is forever. This is while one. Okay, while one. While is checking the condition. If condition satisfies, it runs. If condition fails, it will break. So while one is there, one means true. So it is infinite times. So these are the curly brackets for while one, and these are the instructions. P1 0 0 for semicolon, then P1 FF, then for again having the 250 times execution, x increment and semicolon. Okay, so this block of command is executed along with while, as a part of while, because while is having curly bracket along with, just like this for there are curly brackets. So block of command will be attached to the for will execute, or this while will execute the block of command, 4 commands in the curly brackets immediately next to the for or while. So both for and while are forever. Okay, here while is one means it is always true. So always true, condition always satisfied. So what is there in the while? In the while, in the bracket, round bracket, there is a condition checking. So okay, so if condition is true, this while executes. If condition fails or false, then it will break and it goes out of the while loop. So if the while one is there, that means condition of while is 1, that means it is true, and it will execute for all the time, infinite time, so forever. Okay, so this is while 1. Okay, while 1 is infinite loop. While 1 is infinite loop. Okay, so whatever the next instruction along with the while is a part of the while, or next curly bracket and closing of the curly bracket, this block is the part of the while. Okay, either single instruction immediately after while, or the block curly bracket to curly bracket is part of the while. Okay, so I think this is also clear. Two for loop and while loop, for semicolon semicolon, while one, these two loops are same, one and the same, and they are executing infinite times or forever. They are executing infinite times or forever. Okay, so these two, first program we have checked in previous lecture, and this lecture we are discussed the program 2. Both these programs are one and the same, except the infinite looping condition. Infinite loop used is, in first case it was for semicolon semicolon, first program. In this program it is while one, while into bracket 1. 1 is true, 0 is false. So if condition is true, loop executes. If condition is false, loop stops executing. So while for semicolon semicolon and while 1. So only these two differences are there. Both the programs are one and the same. We are taking the port, we are sending 0, we are delaying the adding some for loop for delay like this, and we are again sending 1 and again adding delay. This continues for infinite because of the while 1. Okay, so same program in case of for semicolon semicolon and while 1. Two different forever loop making constructs we have seen, and we have discussed the two applications of for also. If semicolon semicolon is there in the for, it is infinite loop, and at the end of the for, if it is semicolon, in bracket semicolon semicolon are there, it is infinite loop. And in that means no condition checking in the for and this, no condition checking and no increment and no initialization for this for. Only two semicolon semicolons are there. So only two semicolon semicolons inside the bracket is the infinite loop, while one is also infinite loop, isn't it? So two types of the infinite loops we have discussed. Okay, so for is also having two different applications. One is infinite loop, and second is terminated with semicolon, can be used as a delay. So in this case 250 times the for loop is executing, so whatever the delay in the execution is there, only that for loop will execute. Next instruction will not execute along with the for loop 250 times. Okay, so we have to include the REG51 header file. If you do not include the header file, whatever the definitions defined into the header file and we are using in the program, those will give the errors. So we are included the header file reg51.h in this case in all the programs wherever required. Okay, two programs are there, simple programs we have seen, and these are accessing the port P1 we are using. One can use the port P0, port P1, port P2, port P3, any port you can use, and we are sending the output on port P1. As once it is sent 0 0, so port pin becomes ground or 0 volt, and then it is sent 1 1, that means port pins becomes high, that is 5 volt. And if you connect the port pins, suppose LEDs, we can observe if LED glows, LED goes off, if LED becomes on, LED becomes off, and this continues. We can check this with the help of connecting 8 LEDs to the 8 input output pins. In hardware also or in simulation also. In simulation case we will check ticks are there and empty squares are there. So for some time they will appear as a empty square 0 0, and for some next times it will appear as a 1 1. To get to know to our human eye, we are providing the delay. So in this program this void main and void is there. Main is not used anywhere in the program, and main is reserved keyword, isn't it? We have discussed this. And this void is argument which is passed into the bracket. So as main is not requiring any argument is void, and first void is void main. First void is the main function is whatever returning. No returning is there of main function, so first is void. Bracket is also no argument, bracket is void. So void main void. So this is the function declaration. Main function is only declared once as a main program. Its name itself is main program. So we should not use the main. And this is the total block of the main program from first curly bracket opening to last curly bracket ending. So in between we are writing the complete whole program in the main. So these are the two programs. Okay, and this is similarly this is the variable declaration x, unsigned integer it is, and this is the while loop, infinite loop, while 1, and this is the curly bracket opening and curly bracket closing. This makes the block of instructions, and which is a part of the while. Whenever while is executed, this block will be executed along with the while, because it is immediately after while. Okay, so whenever the while is executed, the next block curly bracket to curly bracket will be executed again along with the while. So in case of while it executes infinite times, this block also will be executed infinite times. Okay. So while is executed for infinite times. This block is also executed infinite times. That means P1 is sent 0, some delay is there, P1 is sent 1, some delay is there. This continues for infinite times. So continuously the pins of P1 blinks. Continuously pins of P1 blinks. That means the port pins are high and low blinking forever. Forever. Okay, it can be, it is sent 0, then it is sent 1. Okay, P1 is equal to 0, 0x00, and P1 equal to 0x FF. 00 is hex. OX means 0x means hex. These are the hex numbers. So 00 means in digital 00000000. 0x FF means 11111111. Okay, so this is 00000000. This is 11111111, and these are the two for loops for delay. After sending 0, there is a delay. Same thing is there after sending 1, delay is there of for loop. For loop is executing here as a delay. Okay, so program is to blink port pins high and low forever. Forever is due to while 1. 0 and 1 is blinking. Okay, I think it is second program. Second program and first program are very same. Both are having infinite loops. One is with the infinite loop for into a round bracket colon semicolon semicolon. Second is infinite loop with while 1. Okay. So for are two types we have seen. One is considering the next instruction or next block of instruction as a part of for, and this for are only executing itself. They are not considering next instruction as a part of the for, because they are delimited by semicolon. So this while 1 is having the block from curly bracket to curly bracket, but these fors are not having the block. Okay, due to while 1 it is executing forever. Okay, so we have discussed two programs which are very same, which are doing very same work, but they are having different software constructs. One is using the forever loop for, second is using forever loop while. You can use the infinite loop for, or we can use the infinite loop while. Okay, now we are running parallelly. We have discussed the Microvision 5 software, its menu and help, and we are discussing the programs also. Now let us consider the third program. This program is to blink the port pins high and low again, but for 10 times, not forever. It is only for 10 times. Program to blink port pins high and low for 10 times. So we have to change the forever loop. In first two programs, forever loop is with the for into round bracket semicolon semicolon and while into round bracket 1. So those two syntax we have to shift, change, remove, and we have to add the syntax or instruction which can run the block for 10 times. So this is third program which is running the block for 10 times. Okay, this is running the block for 10 times. This is running the program for 10 times. The program is again same. program to blink the port pins high and low, but it is for 10 times. So remaining all programming is same. There is the include, there is a void main void, there is a curly bracket opening closing of the void main void, then there is unsigned integer k declaration, then there is a for loop. This is for 10 times because the blinking is only for 10 times. 0 are sent, then delay is there, 1 is sent, delay is there. This is one time. Similarly, again 0 is sent, delay is there, 1 is sent, delay is there. This is second time. In this way, it should run 10 times. So this for loop for k is equal to 0, k less than or equal to 10 less semicolon k plus plus. This for loop will execute for 10 times. Okay. So we have to consider the x also, because x is also variable and k is also variable. While simulating the program, we can check that x must be there, declaration. So this is include REG51H, void main void. First void is not, main is not giving any output, so no void is there. Okay. And main function is not having any argument, so in bracket also void is there. So void main void. Sorry, void main void is the main. You cannot use anywhere in the program, only this main because it's a main program, function of main program. So void main void is there after include, and then there are curly braces for void main void. Then unsigned integer is there in this void main void, that is the declaration of the variable. As the k is declared, x also must be the integer, we have to declare it, isn't it? So this is the curly bracket opening and curly bracket closing of main function. Okay. So this will become total block of the function within the curly brackets. Whatever there, this is the block of the program function main, and this is the main program. Then there is a declaration. After declaration, there is a for loop for k equal to 0, k less than 10, increment k. So in the same block, unsigned integer k is there, semicolon. We have to declare the x also. Then for k equal to 0, k less than 10, increment k. This executes 10 times. This executes 10 times, isn't it? It is not executing forever. It is executing only 10 times. So this for k equal to 0, k less than 10, k plus plus executes 10 times. Okay. So this is executing for 10 times. There will be next instruction which can execute along with this for, because the for round bracket is not ended with, so this is executing 10 times. Okay. This for is not ended with semicolon, round bracket is not ended with semicolon. So immediately next to this for, a single instruction or block of instructions will execute along with this for 10 times. So k is equal to 0 is initialization, k less than 10 is condition checking, and k plus plus is the increment. And this is the block, curly bracket to curly bracket, will execute along with the for. If k is 0, it will check k 0 is less than 10, condition is true, so this for is executed and this block is executed. This is one time, k is equal to 0. Again it increments to 1 and it is checking k equal to, because k plus plus is there, k plus plus means k is equal to k plus 1, increment by 1. So 1, condition is true. Again go, In k is 2, next time, and it continues 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And when k becomes 10, okay, when k becomes 10, then k is 10. Is 10 is less than 10 is false, so it will not execute. Isn't it? Because of the k plus plus, after 9, k will increment to 10. So as k becomes 10, for loop will stop executing. Because k is 10, 10 less than 10 is not true, it is false. So this for loop will stop its execution. Okay. So this block will not be executed and it goes out of the block. It goes out of the block and the program will stop. So it will execute for 10 times only. For 10 times only. It will execute for 10 times only. Isn't it? So it will execute when k is equal to 0, k equal to 1, k equal to 2, k equal to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Isn't it? K value have 0 to 9 times. So total it becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. It executes 10 times. When k becomes equal to 10, it will not execute. So from k equal to 0 to k equal to 9, 10 times it will execute. Okay. This 10 times it will execute. Right. For loop will execute 10 times. And this block, this curly bracket to curly bracket will execute along with for loop. Okay. For 10 times. So this curly bracket to curly bracket block will execute 10 times, which is a part of for loop along with for loop, because for loop is not delimited, semicolon is not there after for loop. So this block will execute 10 times. So P1 will be sent 0 and P1 will be sent 1 10 times. P1 will be sent 0, delay will be there, then P1 will be sent 1, then delay will be there. These four blocks, these four instructions are executed 10 times. This for is having semicolon. That's why it will execute itself. It will not execute its next instruction, is not a part of this for loop. This for loop in itself will execute. It will not take next instruction as a part, because it is having semicolon, delimiter. It is having delimiter. It is having semicolon. Isn't it? So in this way, similarly this for loop, delimiter for this for loop is there. For x0, x less than 250, x plus plus, this is having semicolon. So it executes in itself. Next instruction P1 equal to 0xff is not a part of this for loop. So P1 equal to 0xff is not executing along with this for loop. After this for loop executes 250 times, it comes out, and then P1 equal to 0xff will separately executed one time as itself. One time it execute. It will not execute along with the for loop as a part of for loop. Okay. So P1 equal to 0xff executes one time. It is not a part of for loop. Okay. And after that again delay is given by next for loop. So P1 equal to 0 is there, then delay is there. Okay. Then P1 equal to 1 is there, ff all 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And the for loop is there for delay. Isn't it? For loop is there for delay. Okay. So this for loop executes 250 times and goes at the curly bracket. If the for loop k10 is having the k10 condition checking is true, then again it will execute. Again it is true, it will execute. It executes 10 times because this condition will run true for 10 times from 0 to 9, and then for 10 this block will not be executed. K equal to 10, this block will not be executed, and it exits of the for loop. For loop will stop because it is having condition checking k less than 10, and this will run only for 10 times. This will run only for 10 times according to the program statement. So you can solve this program, execute this program on simulation. You can do these simulations afterwards. Whenever we go for the simulations, we'll put these programs, all these programs, and we'll execute it, and we can check its output whether they are running correctly or not. You can change the delays, we can check whether the delay is changing, whether the combination is they are changing. 0011 combination you give, or any other combination you can give instead of 0011, and check whether that is coming as output. Okay, we can check as whether that is coming as output. So these are the three programs we have seen, and first program, second and third. First, second are blinking the pins, third is also blinking the pins. First, second are forever, and third is for 10 times. So similar programs we have seen, similar logics are there, only thing are some of the differences. In first program, infinite loop is used, for loop, for semicolon semicolon, isn't it? In second program, while one is used. Okay, both are forever, both are infinite, both are infinite. And third program, 10 times the logic is executed with the help of for k is equal to 0, k less than 10, k in plus plus. This executes 10 times. All three programs blinks the port pins high and low. First two infinite times. Third.
In this way, these three programs are there. So program 1, program 2 and program 3 will be having very same thing to do, blinking of the port pins high to low, low to high, providing some delay. But first and second program is for continuous running till infinite time, forever. That is using for semicolon semicolon as well as while one for that purpose. And third program is for limited times, 10 times only. Okay, for k equal to 0, k less than 0, k incremented by 1. Okay, so it executes 10 times only. Okay, so these are the three programs we have seen, and before that we have seen the menu and help of the Keil software. Okay, I think we'll stop here for today and continue tomorrow, the next lecture. Hope you understood this. We'll do it parallelly always. We'll learn how to use the software for some days, and parallelly we understand the discuss the programs so that once we are ready with the use of the software and once we are ready with the knowledge of the program, understanding of the program, then we can program it, we can use the programs and write into the software and then execute it to understand how the program executes and how the outputs are available, appearing. We study the outputs. Okay. So for today we'll stop here and we'll meet tomorrow. Thank you.